a little bit further back. Right now the front's starting to spread out a little bit. So Brandon Walsh with about 8 cart lengths over Hagen through turn number 1. Chavez.
We're back to live. I want to see if I can do it both at the same time.
Oh, gotcha. All right, Joe Senna still with the lead as they come on to turn number off at 12 onto the front straightaway. Egan looking pretty good. I think he's dropped a couple of cart lengths. Maybe that cart's starting to come to us. We got a good race now for third as Chavez and Britton go at it as come down into turn number 1. Chavez with the lead still in that little group, so he's going to hold on to third. Going to pull Britton a little bit coming off at turn number 3. So time's starting to get fast. Tom Egan's cart starting to come in. So Joe Senna, purple with a 51.629, but Tom Egan with a 51.702. They're running within a tenth. So Tom Egan got to wait for Senna to make a little bit of a bobble to see if he can catch him. I have a feeling Egan been driving for a long time. He's going to find something here. Joe Senna still out with the lead as they come across. Egan's going to be in second. All right, Chavez and Britton still a pretty good battle for third place back here. Britton not quite close enough to make anything happen down into turn number 1. Once again, everybody funneling out pretty good. About 4 to 5 to 6 cart lengths between everybody as they come through. All right, Egan dropping a couple of tenths there to Joe Senna. Joe Senna purple every time by. He's got a 51.493. Egan to a 51.676. Here they come. Across the start-finish line. Let's see what happens here. Yep, Senna is going to go fast again with a 51.4. Egan with a 51.6. Chavez looking good, 51.9. Britton a little faster than him. And Britton all over the back of Chavez as they come off a 3. We look like we're rubbing some numbers off the back bumper as we come through there. Big pass down into turn number 1. So we got some action back here. That's going to be the 566 maybe. 566. That's going to be Tom Fogarty making a move on Mark Fox down in turn number 1. I'm going to have a feeling that Tom Fogarty's probably sponsoring this. All right, Chris Britton all over the back of Chavez as they come down into turn number 1. Chavez just not quite have enough cart to make something happen here. Loses a little bit off of turn 3, but not too bad. Joe Senna still fast that time by with a 51.2. Tom Egan with a 51.5. All right, let's go through the lineup. You got Senna out front. You got Tom Egan in second. Frank Chavez in third. Chris Britton running fourth. Eric Sidebottom running fifth. Mike Allison 6th. Bruce Watkins 7th. Tom Fogarty 8th. Ben Moodin is going to be 9th, followed by Mark Fox. That's going to be your top 10. All right. Joe Senna still leading as he comes down through turn number 1 and 2. Britton falling back to Chavez a little bit, about 2 cart lengths as they come through. So Britton looks like he might just be settling in for that 4th place spot. We got 4 laps to go. All right, Fogarty making the most of his pass earlier. He's going to put a gap on the couple of carts behind him. That's a 5:51, the Bruce Watkins, or of Mike Van Moody. So Tom Fogarty with a little bit of breathing room. He's moved up 3 spots this session or this heat race. Senior 206. Senior 206, you are on A grid. Senior 206 is going to be on A grid. Is it still working?
Yeah.
Testing. Testing. All right, laps starting to wind down. Things are going to start shuffling out here a little bit. Now you got Joe Senna. He's going to go fastest. He's still fast. He's a 50.998, so he's going to break out of the 51s. Let's see if Tom Hagan can match him. So on a pretty good fast kart, Tom builds his own engines. Let's see what he's got. All right, 2 laps to go this time by. So Joe Senna out with a big lead over Hagan as they come off of turn number 2 onto the front straightaway. So I'm going to say about 20 kart lengths. Almost half the straightaway as they come on. Hagan with a little bit more over Chavez. Chris Britton, he's ducking. This is a little bit of a race right here, but Chris Britton just doesn't look like he's got enough of a kart to catch and pass Chavez. All right, laps winding down. Everything's pretty well separated out on the track. I don't see a whole lot of change going to happen here in the next couple of laps. I see Phil Hand getting the white flag out. Joe Senna's going to take the white this time by. Hagan still running second. Chris Britton, he looks like he's making a last-ditch effort charge here coming off of the last turn on 12. Is he going to make it? He can't make it stick down into turn 1. Frank Chavez overdrove turn number 1, but it's still not enough for Britton to make a go at it. Britton all over the back of him through 4 and off of 5. All right, Joe Senna coming around the last couple of turns onto the front straightaway. Big lead over Hagan. Hagan still running in second. Joe Senna's going to take the heat win, followed by Hagan in second. And here comes third and fourth. Chavez is going to make it over Britton as they come through. And fifth is going to go to Sidebottom.
Nevada Kart Sport, LO206. Senior, you are on the grid, ready to go green. You are on the grid, ready to go green. Leading Edge Motorsports, Mini Swift. Leading Edge Motorsports, Mini Swift. You should be making your way to the grid. What's up?
I can't park across the street anymore?
Not in the grass. No.
No, ma'am.
Yeah, anything in the grass, you'll have to move to either the paved parking lot over there, yep, that direction, or behind the motocross track.
Do you have at least till this race is over?
She said she's going to start writing tickets in 10 minutes.
Okay.
LO206 Senior, brought to you by Nevada Kart Sport. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Your pole sitter, Tyler Agan, off pole. Dino Pinton. Third, Sophia Story. Fourth, Colby Romero.
Are we ready?
And back to our four-stroke announcer.
You can.
More exciting. I still love it, Barry.
Hey, I had to announce you were going backwards the whole time. What the heck, dude?
Dude, I had no brakes in the warm-up.
It was slicker than crap out there right now.
No, I had no brakes in the warm-up. One of the bolts came out of the pad, so I pushed and nothing happened.
That sucks.
And I put shims in, and it was like a fucking light switch.
You're live.
Yeah, quick.
Bad.
No, I'm saying you're live.
Yeah. All right, few words with Jonathan Pinton. He was explaining about how his cart wasn't working. All right, here we go. Tyler Egan's going to be on the pole in the 644. Dino Pinton in the 611 is starting outside pole. Sevilla Story is going to be third. Colby Romero fourth. You just blank the screen out so I don't touch it. I got it. All right, Bowden Barnwell in the 691 is going to be fifth. Hunter Kelly in the 678 is going to be sixth. Vasquez seventh. Travis Mitchell is going to be eighth. Winfrey ninth. Aaron Heathman 10th. Dylan Wilkins 11th. Brindley Barnwell, kind of partial to that young lady. Hopefully she moves up. She's going to be 12th. All right, Gabe Sessler in the 13th. Nick Short 14th. Mateo Sandoval 15th. Wagner is going to be 16th. Roxco is going to be 17th. Krug 18th. Ryan Marr, I'd like to see him move up a little bit, 19th. Owen Rule 20th. And all right, here we go, starting racing. Egan brings him down slow. Phil Hand out with the flag. We're going to see green this time by. Let's see who checks up in turn number one. It's going to be Slick. We got a lot of beating and banging as we come through turn number one. We got a cart upside down. They're going to red flag this start. I can see that coming right now. They should red flag this, but everybody's turned back over. This is ridiculous. I think they're going to have to restart this, but I'm not sure. I don't know. Might have been more than half the field. Let's see. Phil Hand's grabbing some flags over here, but it looks like he's going to keep it green. Green, here we go. We're going to go racing. Tyler Egan out front, followed by Pinton in second. Sophia Story is going to be third. Vasquez fourth. Matt Winfrey is fifth. Not sure who's in the 641. He's going to drop a wheel as he comes off. Romero not having the best of that either. He's going to be shuffled way back. So a lot of missed opportunities for some people. Barnwell pushed way back. All right, your running order right now. Egan, Pinton, Story, Vasquez, Winfrey, Sessler, Wilkins, Mitchell, Short, Sandoval. That's your top 10. So we're going to see if some people start moving up that got caught up in that. Turn one's been slick all day. Don't know why they were trying to drive it in so hard. All right, here they come. Egan's going to be in the lead, followed by Pinton in second. The two of them are going to push out to an early lead, about 5 cart lengths over Vasquez as they come through. Sophia Story, she's going to be running fourth right behind Vasquez. Matthew Winfrey is going to be around out your top 5. So 6th place is going to be Gabe Sessler, Dylan Wilkins 7th, Mitchell 8th. A lot of bumping and banging. Some people got moved way back. So the worst of it looks like it's going to be Bowden Barnwell and Hunter Kelly. They're going to be pushed back to 21st and 22nd after being in the top 10. All right, Egan out with the lead. Pinton looking to the inside into turn number 1. Not going to be able to make it happen. So Egan still with the lead as they come through. Vasquez still going to be in 3rd, followed by Sophia Story in 5th. Winfrey in 6th. Or 5th. Big Z Jerky. That's going to be 80 shifters. You're on A grid. 80 shifter on A grid. Big Z Jerky. Leading Edge Motorsports going to be sponsoring Mini Swift. You're B grid. Mini Swift. B grid. All right, still a lot of action going on out here on the track. So Egan leads Pinton as they come through the sweeper on out turn 11. So turn number 12, Egan onto the front straightaway, followed by Pinton. Vasquez and Story, they're going to fall back about 15 kart lengths there. Winfrey's tucking to stay in that top 5. So right now, they're moving their way through. So, terrible start for some people as they're coming down the front straightaway. All right, let's look at the front. So, we're going to go Tyler Egan with a 49.6. 49.6 for Tyler Egan. So, he's going to be purple that time by. So, Pinton with a 49.8. Vasquez with a 49.9. Story with a 49.9. Winfrey with a 49.925. Gabe Sessler 49.8. Wilkins 49.8. Travis Mitchell 49.9. All right, Egan now with about a 4-kart lead over Pinton as they come through. Vasquez, Story, and Winfrey packed up 3 deep as they come into turn number 2. So I'm going to say that's going to be Sessler's going to follow right in behind him in turn number 4. All right, Egan still fast with a 49.5. Pinton matching him only a couple of 100,000ths off as they come through. All right, David Vasquez in 3rd. Sophia Story 4th. Winfrey in 5th. Sessler 6th. All right, your leader's out with about 15 kart lengths onto the front straightaway. That's going to be Egan and Pinton. Vasquez slowing Story up. Story looking to the inside of Vasquez. He's going to give it up as they come down into turn number 1. So Sophia Story is going to go to 3rd. We got some beating and banging as we come through. So that's going to be Sessler and Mitchell and Winfrey coming through there. All right, some more action as a side-by-side race, and Romero's got his hands full trying to come through the field. So he came out with the short end on that. All right, Dean Pinton, that time by is going to be fast with a 49.398. That's going to be a 10th and a half, or a 10th faster than Egan. So the two of them matching nose to tail speed as they come out around the big sweeper. So on to the front straightaway. Egan's going to be your leader, followed by Pinton. We got a big pack here. We got 5-6 karts deep. Mitchell's catching up here. So right now you got Sophia Story leading this big pack. Vasquez teammate right behind her. Winfrey is going to dive her down into turn number 1. Looks like we're going to have Sessler and Wilkins. Mitchell not being able to keep up here. So falling back a little bit as they come through. Pinton still going purple that time by with a 49.2. Leaders onto the front straightaway. You got Pinton's going to be leading Egan, so the pass was made somewhere on the back. They're going to get a little bit racy as they come down into turn 1. Egan all over the back of Pinton coming down. Sophia Story still leads this second pack through. Vasquez right behind her. Winfrey, Sessler, Winfrey. It's going to be Wilkins. And Mitchell trying to catch up with that pack as they come through. 699 and Nick Short looking pretty good as he comes off of turn number 3. Romero off of turn number 3. All of them now trying to make up time on the leaders, trying to move up. Bryce Dickman, another fast cart. He's going to be shuffled way back here. So, unfortunately, your pole sitter on the weekend, Bowden Barnwell, being shuffled back. He's going to be 19th spot right now. He's got a lot to do to make up some positions here before this race is over, and there's a big gap between him and the next one. All right, here come your leaders down the front straightaway. Pinton, Egan right behind him, nose to tail. They're drafting as they come into turn number 1. Right behind them, about 15 cart lengths. Sophia Story brings them through. Turn number 2, turn number 3. Vasquez all over him. Winfrey right there pushing. And Sessler's up in it. Mitchell's catching up to the back of Wilkins as they come off of 5. Bryce Dickman with a mechanical failure. And I got another cart here on the end of the infield. Dickman pulling off at the end of the front straightaway. We got a race coming down through turn number 1 right now. You got Brinley Barnwell all over the back of Owen Rule as they come out through 1, 2, and 3. Brinley all over the back of Owen. So still some racing anywhere on the track, right? So Rule and Barnwell, they're going to be quite a ways back, but they're having a good race back there in 15th and 16th. All right, the leaders dive down into turn number 1. Oh, my goodness, we got a lot of action. That second place group is broken up now. Sophia Story, Vasquez, Winfrey all by themselves, about 5 to 8 cart lengths over that next group. That next group being, looks like Wilkins, Sessler, and Mitchell. They're getting too much racing going on there. I got somebody with a broken pipe as they come off of turn number 2 into turn number 3. All right, here come your leaders. Egan all over the back of Pinton down into turn number 1. Sophia Story all by herself now. Don't know what happened there. Maybe Winfrey tried to make a move. So Story comfortably sitting about 5 to 8 cart lengths over Vasquez. Vasquez about 8 cart lengths over Winfrey. But hey, here comes the business now. Winfrey's got a handful. Hey, anybody parked in the grass section across from turn 1, you need to move your cars. That's a no parking zone. All right, Brinley makes the pass on Rule. She's going to move up a spot. So I think that's looking at 14th and 15th as they come through. All right, here comes your racers back onto the front straightaway. You got Pinton ducking for all you got. Egan, I think he's just going to settle back into second place. He's about 3 cart lengths behind Pinton as they come down. Story still all by herself. Vasquez all by herself. And we got a lot of action. Looks like Wilkins to the inside of Winfrey. He's going to come through in turn 1, make a dive bomb effort there. He's going to take over the position. All right, 2 laps to go. So somebody getting the worst of it. Bowden Barnwell, he's going to be all the way back up into 17th spot right now. White flag out this time by. Egan all over the back of Pinton as they come down into turn number 1. Egan's going to go to the inside of Pinton. He's going to take the spot. Pinton not going to give it up. He's going to keep the spot as they come off of 2 and 3. So they get to racing. You better watch out. Things are going to happen. So Gabe Sessler right now, he's going to move up to the 5th place over Winfrey. Mitchell in 7th. Wilkins moved back to 8th. All right, once again, white flag is out. White flag is out. Hey, fast cart that time by. Tyler Egan with a 49.1. That's going to be the fast lap so far this session. All right, no racing as they come across. Egan's going to settle in behind Pinton as they come across. Story in 3rd. A lot of racing back here for the next spot. And they're going to come back. So we're going to end up Story third, Vasquez fourth, Winfrey fifth, Sessler sixth, Mitchell seventh. Wilkins knocked out of that. So not sure where Wilkins is going to come across. He comes in eighth, Romero in ninth, Sandoval 10th, Nick Short 11th, Rothcheck 12th, Heathman 13, Wagner 14, Justin Cohn 15, Bowden Barnwell 16, Maples 17, Brindley Barnwell 18th, Owen Rule 19th, Brian Marr 20.
Bowden wasn't involved.
Hey, the reason Bowen got out late is he stopped and saved the guy. He's the one that stopped and.
Yeah, and my problem is they should have been red flagged and restarted. There's no way around it. Cart flip on the track.
But the point is, the kid did the right thing. He stopped and helped the driver when.
I know he did.
So our Big Z Jerky 80cc shifter class is getting ready to go out for Heat 3. They will do 14 laps. Leading Edge Motorsports Mini Swift. You should be on grid. Racer Motorsports KA100 Junior. Make your way to the grid. So we are live on NorCalKarters.com. You can listen live on the podcast. NorCalKarters.com. Click the podcast link. We are live right now. All right, as you can hear, the 80s are on track. Leading Edge Motorsports, Mini Swift, you should be on the grid. Racer Motorsports, KA100 Junior, make your way to the grid. West Coast Motorsports, KA100 Senior, start thinking about it. And once again, if you are parked across the street from turn 1, please move your vehicle to one of the designated parking areas. Thank you for your cooperation.
Well, only 4 so far. I'm wondering if people kind of move into the parking area. Oh, there goes another one. Sweet. People are moving.
And once again, on track, 80cc shifter. Brought to you by Big Z Jerky Company. Your pole sitter, Seth Huntley. Off pole, Nick Chiavello. Third, Sean Knoll. Fourth, Charles Hastings. Fifth, Mark Winstead. Sixth, Kevin Clemens. Seventh, Henry Damus. Eighth, Brandon Brewer. Ninth, Charlotte Chung. 10th, Adam Booker. So keep an eye on the last 3 carts on the track. Those 3 drivers are very fast. They had different mechanical issues yesterday, putting them at the back of the grid. So keep an eye on Adam Booker, Charlotte Chung, and Brandon Brewer. Phil Hand, our main flagman's getting ready to give them the green. So the 80cc shifters, these are standing starts. This is heat 3. Our drivers are gridded. We have a green flag. We're going into turn 1. Seth Huntley got a bad start. Chiavello and Huntley get into it. Chiavello goes into the barrier. It looks like Chiavello's okay. Chiavello had the hole shot on the outside going into turn 1. Contact between him and Seth Huntley put him in the barrier. The driver looks okay, but he's done for the heat race right now. So Seth Huntley is out in the lead. Sean Knoll is in second. Brandon Brewer is in third. Mark Winstead's in fourth. Kevin Clemens in fifth. So Seth Huntley brings him around for another lap, followed by Sean Knoll and Brandon Brewer. Further back in the field, Charlotte Chung makes a pass for fourth, getting around Kevin Clemens. As you can tell, these engines are loud. Sometimes it's drowning out the mic. Seth Huntley is still your leader. Sean Knoll is hanging on to second. Brandon Brewer is right on his rear bumper. Mark Winstead is in fourth. Charlotte Chung has moved up 5 spots. She is sitting in the 5th spot. So we had a lot of mix-up there on the first opening lap. So right now our fast driver on the track is Brandon Brewer with a 45.096. And Brandon's going to try to get around Sean Knoll.
Are you sure?
And Seth Huntley goes purple with a 44.881. Sean Knoll is still in second. Brandon Brewer still in third. So keep an eye on the track. Brandon Brewer's finally made it around Sean Knoll for that second spot. We'll see if Brandon Brewer can go chase down Seth Huntley. Also, keep an eye on Charlotte Chung. She's on the rear bumper of Mark Winstead. Seth Huntley is still your leader. Brandon Brewer is currently in second, pulling away from third, who is Sean Knoll. Charlotte Chung's in fifth, trying to get around Mark Winstead, who's in fourth, looking into turn one. She goes around on the outside, going through one. Not enough room going into two. And now we have Charles Hastings. Charles Hastings is right on the bumper of Charlotte Chung. So the midfield is getting dicey right now. There's a 3-cart competition for fourth between Mark Winstead, Charlotte Chung, and Charles Hastings. And Charlotte Chung is looking on the outside, going into turn one. On the outside, she's going to try to go to the inside, going into two. Nothing there. Mark is making it very difficult to pass. Charlotte is all over his rear bumper. And this battle has allowed Charles Hastings to close the gap, so he's in the mix. So here they come down the straightaway. Charlotte Chung looking around the outside, going into one. Still nothing there. Mark Winstead is driving a really wide cart right now. He's making it very difficult to get around. Charlotte's tried every position going down the straightaway, going into one.
Something about Henry's like 78 years old.
Henry, he's 80.
Oh, he's 80.
He's 80.
Well, he's back a long way.
So Seth Huntley is still your leader. But Brandon Brewer looks like he's closing the gap. Sean Knoll is still in third. But the battle on the track right now is for fourth. Charles Hastings goes around Charlotte. Now he's in fifth. Charles Hastings going into turn four, dove to the inside. He took the fourth place spot from Charlotte. Let's see if he can get around Mark Winstead. So the battle on the track is for fourth spot. Mark Winstead's held that position all race. But here comes Charles Hastings. Going into turn four, he goes wide. Charlotte Chung is now in sixth spot. And Charles Hastings goes into the inside on turn six, goes wide, goes off in the dirt. I'm going to lose him for a couple of corners. We'll see who comes out in fourth and fifth. So it looks like Mark Winstead is still in fourth. Hastings went wide into the dirt on the crossover. He is in fifth. It looks like Charlotte Chung, she's in sixth. They're coming across traffic. So let's see how this works out. So Mark, everybody got around Henry without any incident. Mark Winstead missed a shift. Charles Hastings back to the inside going into the 6, which is a hairpin. Washes wide once again. The battle for 4th is the best race on the track right now. Charles Hastings on the outside of turn 1, goes to the inside of turn 2, contact is made, Charles Hastings is off. That was a white flag pass maneuver by Charles Hastings, all or nothing. So Charles Hastings going to watch the last lap. So it looks like Mark Winstead might maintain 4th position. But now Charlotte is in that 5th spot with Hastings going off. We'll see if Charlotte can capitalize and pick up that 4th spot. Somebody put a tape measure on the back of Mark Winstead's cart. It has to be 80 inches wide. So we'll see how there's 2 more corners left. Charlotte's right on the rear bumper. She looks to go the outside. There's a drag race to the start-finish line. All right, who read the rule book on transponder location? On the track was Mark Winstead. And fan favorite, Henry Damus takes the checkered flag. Henry Damus loves the 80 class because it matches his age. He's 80 years old doing this. That was a very exciting race right there. Leading Edge Motorsports Mini Swift. You should be on grid A and ready to roll. And thank you in the pits. Thank you for your cooperation for clearing the grass area across the street. Thank you for your cooperation. So Leading Edge Motorsports Mini Swift is on the track. Your pole sitter. Your pole sitter is Reagan Seville, hailing from Texas. Off pole, Jackson Glendenning. 3rd, Eric Doan. 4th, Michael McGahee. 5th, Cypress Andrus. 6th, Mateo Quinto. Actually, that looks like a scoring issue. I believe Cypress finished 2nd or 3rd yesterday. I will double check when they come around to see if they got that corrected. So the mini Swift class is coming down the track. We are heading into turn 1. Reagan Seville is on the inside. Oh, we have a spin out. Cart number 143. Eric Doan. Eric Doan drops to the back with a spin out in turn 1, but it looks like everyone is able to continue. And it does look like Cypress Andrus was able to maintain his second spot. So he started in the right position. So the drivers are coming around for their first lap. And once again, this is your Leading Edge Motorsports Mini Swift class. So we have Reagan Seville as your leader. Jackson Glendenning is in second. Cypress Andrus is in third. Michael McGahee in fourth. Eric Doan fifth. Mateo Quinto in sixth. And if you're listening live on the NorCal Karters podcast, right now this is just a test session, but we plan on having all the main events live on NorCalKarters.com. So right now we are doing a test session, but if you are listening, we are going to stream on the podcast all the main events. So Reagan Seville is pulling out to about a 3-cart lead over Jackson Glendenning. Cypress Andrus is in third with Michael McGahee all over his rear bumper. So if you're listening online, I will not be able to read the chats because I'm going off a mobile device. So if you're listening online, I cannot read the chats live. But I will try to check messages in between heat races and the main event. And back to the racing action. Right now the action is for third spot between Cypress Andrus and Michael McGahee. Fast time right now has been set by Reagan Seville, 47.871. Looks like Reagan Seville has a comfortable lead of about 4 carts. Jackson Glendenning is going to try to cut into that lead. But right now on the track, the action is for third between Cypress Andrus and Michael McGahee. Those two drivers are nose to tail. And Jackson Glendenning, 47.761. He goes purple. Fast lap so far. So we'll keep an eye on Jackson to see if he can reel in the leader. And we lost a driver. We have Cypress Andrus in third. We lost a driver in the back section. It looks like we lost Michael McGahee. So Michael McGahee dropped back to fifth. But unfortunately, the distance is pretty far back. So your new running order: Reagan Seville, Jackson Glendenning, Cypress Andrus, Eric Doan, Michael McGahee, Mateo Quinto. So that is your current running order. These drivers have 6 laps to go. So I'm not really sure what happened with McGahee, but he was all over the rear bumper of Cypress Andrus. And coming out of the backfield, we lose visibility, and he didn't come around for quite some time. But right now, Jackson Glendenning is reeling in your leader. He is now right on the rear bumper of Reagan Seville. Back to third, Cypress Andrus has a comfortable cushion. But we're going to keep an eye now on the lead as Jackson Glendenning closed about a 10-kart gap to go fight for the lead. We have 5 laps to go in the Leading Edge Motorsports Mini Swift class. So keep an eye on the kart of 119 and 113 as they come down the straightaway. Both drivers are ducking going into turn 1. Reagan Seville's crew boss is giving him the signal that, hey, you have someone right on your bumper. Step it up. Jackson Glendenning is only 2/10 off the leader. We're going to have a race here as the laps wind down. So coming down the hill, Glendenning right on the rear bumper. They enter the straightaway. Let's see if there's a draft move here. Both drivers are tucking. Jackson's too far back to make anything happen going into 1. Gives it a quick look going into 2. Nothing there. They enter 4. They go down the little hill. They disappear for turn 5. They pop out going into 6, which is a tight right-hand hairpin. They enter into the snake pit, which is a left-hander that exits into an uphill. They come back around. Reagan is still in the lead as they come down the hill. This time around, there will be 2 laps to go this time around. And this is for the lead. And Jackson Glendenning, he's going in deep, trying to pick up some ground on the leader. But Reagan Seville is not going to make it easy to pass. This is for the starting position for the main event. Already this morning in Heat 3, we've seen a lot of racing action on the track in all the classes so far. The drivers are up and over the hill. Looks like Reagan is still in the lead. Reagan Seville does a fast lap on that last lap with a 47.615. Going down the straightaway. Jackson looks to the inside going into turn 1. Reagan gives him the room. Let's see if he tries to cross him over. Nothing there for a crossover. Jackson goes narrow into turn 4. This is the last lap. Let's see if Reagan can make it back around. They drop down into the snake pit. Come up over the hill. And Reagan Seville is right on the bumper. This is going to be a drag race down the straightaway to the checkered flag. Let's see if Jackson has a good run. Reagan's trying to find a way around. Your race winner for Heat 3, Jackson Glendenning. On that last lap, Jackson set the fast lap of a 47.590. Second place, Reagan Seville. Third, Cypress Andrus. Fourth, Eric Doan. Fifth, Michael McGahee. Sixth, Mateo Quinto. Next up on track, Racer Motorsports, KA100 Junior. They are going green. West Coast Motorsports, KA100 Senior. You should be on the grid. West Coast Motorsports, KA100 Senior. You should be on the grid. And once again, this is Heat 3. This weekend, we had qualifying, 3 heat races, and then we have the main event starting today at 12 o'clock. The main events will be podcast live on NorCalKarters.com. So if you have family or friends that are not able to attend, send them the NorCalKarters.com podcast link, and they can listen live from wherever they're at. So once again, this is your Racer Motorsports, KA100 Junior class. Your pole sitter, Steven Eisert. Off pole, Valentino Garbarino. Third, Preston Lambert. Fourth, Ethan Boer. Fifth, Mason Mitchell. And rounding out your top 6, Jacinta Taylor. Right now they're on their formation lap. And they will get ready to take the green flag. And the backfield flagman is trying to get these carts down to a slow pace. Our lead flagman, Phil Hand, we'll see if he likes it. We have a green flag. Eisert is on the inside. And we have a spin out. So it looks like we have Eisert, Lambert, and Valentino Garbarino. That's how they come out at turn 1, 2, and 3. I think that was Ethan Boer that we lost in turn 1 with a spin out. He was on the outside. He was able to continue, but I'll know here when they come back around for the next lap. But I think that was Ethan Boer that we lost on turn 1. So Steven Eisert is your current leader after lap 1. So right now, keep an eye on 4th spot. Keep an eye on Mason Mitchell, Jacinta Taylor, and Casey Moyer. Right now, the battle is going to be for that 4th spot. Going back to the leaderboard, Steven Eisert is your current leader. Preston Lambert was able to pick up a spot on the start to go into 2nd. Valentino Garbarino lost a spot, dropped down to 3rd. So the top 3, there's about a 3-cart cushion between each cart. But then here comes 4th place. There's 4 carts trying to grab that 4th position. Jacinta Taylor looks over her shoulder going into turn 1. She goes over the curb. Nothing there. Mason Mitchell is hanging on to that 4th spot. But going into turn 1, Jacinta Taylor gave a quick look over her shoulder, so you knew she was going to try to go in low and dive bomb it. No contact was made, no position change. So 4th, Mason Mitchell. 5th, Jacinta Taylor. 6th, Casey Moyer. 7th, Adam Freer. And Steven Eisert is still your leader. And it looks like Valentino Garbarino is closing the gap on second place, Preston Lambert. And Jacinta Taylor has made her way into fourth. So Jacinta Taylor is in fourth and pulling away from fifth. Our focus is going to shift to second place. So Steven Eisert's pulling out quite the lead right now. He has about a 7-cart lead over second place, Preston Lambert, who's looking over his shoulder. Valentino Garbarino goes to the inside, nothing there. So Jacinta Taylor running in fourth. She's pulled away from that pack. We'll see if she can catch up with second and third and try to pick up more spots. But right now, Preston Lambert, running in second, has his hands full with cart number 804, Valentino Garbarino. So Steven Eisert has a comfortable lead. And going into turn one, Preston Lambert maintains second. Valentino Garbarino looks to the inside of turn two. There's not a lot of room on the track right there. And it looks like Casey Moyer, he is currently running a solid fifth. He's pulling away from sixth place. So Eisert comes down the hill. Looks like Preston Lambert is still in second. Valentino Garbarino is in third. All right, keep an eye on second place. Valentino and Preston Lambert. There's also a good battle developing between Mason Mitchell and Adam Freer. And that will be for the sixth spot. But we're going to keep an eye right now on the second place of Preston Lambert. Steven Eisert is still your leader. Second and third are tucking down the straightaway. So third place, Valentino Garbarino. I'm not sure if he's staying in third to help push Preston so they can catch Steven. But he seems to be the faster of the two carts. But he's not making a big move going into turn one. So we'll see what the strategy is here. He looks like he has a good run going down the straightaway. So he keeps pressuring Preston. So they may try to work together to go catch Steven Eisert. However, that's going to be a little difficult when Eisert keeps running fast lap. Last time by, he ran a 45.430. And that is your race leader, Steven Eisert. And it looks like Preston Lambert has a little cushion now. About a 2-cart cushion for Preston Lambert. And in fourth, we have Jacinta Taylor. Fifth, Casey Moyer. Sixth, Mason Mitchell. Seventh, Adam Freer. And eighth, Ethan Boer. So Ethan Boer is closing the gap on 7th place, Adam Freer. First lap, turn 1, he ended up off the track, so he had some work to do. So Steven Eisert still has a very comfortable lead right now. Valentino Garbarino is trying to find a way around Preston Lambert. He is back to the rear bumper of Preston Lambert as they go down into the snake pit. So Steven Eisert right now probably has about a 15 to 20 kart lead, or a 3.5 second margin. Valentino and Preston going to turn 1, nose to tail. Preston is hanging on to that number 2 spot. Eisert's going up the hill, drops down into the right-hander at the bottom of the hill. He's stretching his lead. It might be 4 seconds on this next lap. Meanwhile, Preston is hanging on the second spot with Valentino Garbarino right on his rear bumper. They're both tucking going down the straightaway. And Steven Eisert sets another fast lap. And the Racer Motorsports KA100 Junior class, they have 1.5 laps to go. If I'm going to take a wild guess, I think Valentino is going to stay in third to optimize his starting position for the main event. Because he definitely has the chute speed, but he's not passing Preston. We have a white flag. Your leader, Steven Eisert. Second, Preston Lambert. Third, Valentino Garbarino. Fourth, Jacinta Taylor. Fifth, Casey Moyer. Sixth, Mason Mitchell. Seventh, Adam Freer. Eighth, Adam Boer. Keep an eye on 6th, 7th, and 8th. Those carts are stacked up right now. Oh, we lost a driver coming out of turn 5. That might be Boer again. I can't tell, but I'll know when the times come across. We have a checkered flag. We lost a cart in the back. Eisert just checked out in that race. Preston Lambert second, Valentino Garbarino third, Jacinta Taylor fourth, Casey Moyer fifth. And let's see who that was we lost. Looks like that was Mason Mitchell that we lost coming out of turn 5. He was able to finish, but quite a ways back. Our last heat race of the weekend before the main events. West Coast Motorsports, KA100 Senior. They will be out there for 14 laps for heat number 3. So West Coast Motorsports, KA100 Senior, 14 laps. So if you are listening online, if you are on NorCalKarters.com listening live, Please let me know how the sound quality is, how the connection quality is. The heat races were really a test for us. But type a comment in one of the chats, either on Facebook, on NorCal Karters, or on your favorite podcast app. But we are broadcasting live from Prairie City Kart Track in beautiful Rancho Cordova, California. And we are at the 2021 IKF Grand Nationals. West Coast Motorsports, KA100 Senior is on track. And once again, this is our last heat race. Your pole sitter, kart number 906, Aiden Kempf. Off pole, Dylan Albiani, kart number 956. Dylan Wilkins, third. Gino Sandoval, fourth. Jack Doyle, fifth. Jackson Menchu, sixth. Jeff Rice, seventh. Nathan Haney, eighth. Andy Newhall, ninth. Hunter Kelly, 10th. Kiriko Sukis, 11th. Ryan Vincent, 12th. Travis Mitchell, 13th. Hayden Wagner, 14th. And in 15th, JC Perez. The front row is bringing them down the straightaway. We have a green flag going into turn 1. Aiden Kempf is on the inside. We have contact in the middle of the field. Jeff Rice is off. Jeff Rice and Nathan Haney both went off in turn 1. They're at the back of the field now. So it looked like Aiden Kempf was able to get through turns 1 through 4 without any incident. They have come around for their first lap. And your running order: Aiden Kempf, Dylan Wilkins, Dylan Albiani, Gino Sandoval, Jack Doyle, Hunter Kelly, Jackson Menchu, Hayden Wagner, JC Perez, and Andy Newhall round out your top 10. So Jeff Rice and Nathan Haney have their work cut out for them. They need to go catch up with the field. Meanwhile, at the front of the pack, the top 4 are single file. So all the lead carts right now are running in a single file chain. We have Kemp, Wilkins, Albiani, Sandoval, Hunter Kelly. Those are your top 5. How are you doing? You good? There is a lunch break, yes. Yes. Looks like Dylan Wilkins. He's running in second spot, but he just set fast lap of the race. .183 for Dylan Wilkins. And him and Aiden Kemp have put a little gap between themselves and third place, which is Dylan Albiani. So the 2 lead drivers are ducking going down the straightaway. And Dylan Wilkins get a nice run through turn 1 and 2. So for those that are listening and cannot see the track, the reason we have a little bit of dead time, we have a great view of the track coming onto the straightaway, the main straight. Turns 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then we lose the drivers going into turn 5. They pop back out for turn 6, which is a right-hander, hairpin right-hander. Then they go down into the snake pit, which is turn 7, and it's a left-hander, and we lose visual again. Then they go up the hill into another left-hander, right-hander dropping down the hill. Turn 8 and 9. And then that's when we can start seeing him again. So right now, your race leader, Aiden Kempf. Fast lap with a 45 flat. Dylan Wilkins is in second. Dylan Albiani is in third. Gino Sandoval, fourth. Hunter Kelly, fifth. So keep an eye on Hunter Kelly and keep an eye on J.C. Perez. Hunter Kelly lost a chain yesterday in the heat race, putting him in the back of the field. J.C. Perez is currently running in seventh. He's already picked up 7 spots. Hunter Kelly, cart number 978, goes purple with a 44.860. He now finds himself at the back of the lead pack, running in 5th spot. So it looks like Hunter Kelly has a good run going down the straightaway. He's sitting in 5th. Let's see if he works with Gino Sandoval to go catch 3rd. And another fast lap for Hunter Kelly. 44.755 for Hunter Kelly. Back to the front, your current race leaders, Aiden Kempf. Second, Dylan Wilkins. Third, Dylan Albiani. Fourth, Gino Sandoval. Fifth, Hunter Kelly. And Hunter Kelly gets around Sandoval. Hunter Kelly is now in 4th, looking over his shoulder, but he's pulling away. So we have 4.5 laps to go in the West Coast Motorsports KA100 Senior. Aiden Kempf is your current leader. Dylan Wilkins is hanging on that number 2 spot. Dylan Albiani is right on his bumper. And Dylan Wilkins pulls off. Dylan Wilkins pulls off. I'm not sure what happened to Dylan Wilkins, but coming on the straightaway, he lost power. I know the turn leading onto the straight, if you hit it too hard, you're going to lose a chain. I'm not sure if that's what happened. But he had to coast down the straightaway and wait for everyone to pass. He didn't even make it to the pit. So now we have Aiden Kemp in the lead. Dylan Albiani in the second. Hunter Kelly in the third. Gino Sandoval fourth. Jack Doyle in fifth. JC Perez has moved up 9 positions. JC Perez is running in 6th. So Hunter Kelly, he's picked up 7 spots. But JC Perez picked up 9 spots. We're going to have 2 laps to go. There's 2 laps to go. Aiden Kemp is still your leader. Dylan Albiani in second. Hunter Kelly in third. Gino Sandoval in fourth. And Jack Doyle rounds out your top 5. If I was a betting person, Hunter Kelly's probably pretty happy with a 3rd place starting position. That would put him on the inside row, row 2. For the main event, we get the white flag. So Aiden Kemp is your leader. Dylan Albiani second. Hunter Kelly third. Gino Sandoval fourth. Jack Doyle fifth. JC Perez in 6th. Hayden Wagner 7th. Jackson Menchu 8th. Nathan Haney 9th. Jeff Rice 10th. And Aiden Kemp brings them around for the final lap. This is a checkered flag. And there is no change in your running order. Aiden Kemp is your race winner. Dylan Albiani second. Hunter Kelly third. Gino Sandoval fourth. And your top 5 rounded out by Jack Doyle. That was our last heat race of this weekend. That is the last heat race of the IKF Grand Nationals. We're going to go into lunch. And then we start our main events after we play the national anthem. Can someone confirm if the food truck is on site? Yes? The food truck is on site. The food truck is parked behind Speed Sense Motorsports. They are serving burritos, tacos, and quesadillas, also known as quesadillas. My recommendation is the beef burrito with spicy sauce.
Travis Mitchell to come to 10th, please.
Attention in the pits, attention in the pits. Travis Mitchell. First, thanks for the coffee this morning. Second, please report to tech. Travis Mitchell, report to tech. All right, if you're listening live on NorCalKarters.com, we are going to take a lunch break, and we will be back for the main events. The main events will kick off at 12 o'clock. You can go to IKFkarting.com for today's schedule. IKFkarting.com for today's schedule. Click on the tab that says 2021 IKF Grand Nationals. All the information, class sponsors, schedules are uploaded to IKFkarting.com. We'll be back.